man. Don't you know you can't win? If you keep on walking down the road to hell, one day you're gonna walk right in. You're tired of listening to the devil's lies, burden down so low. You found out that a sinner's life is a mighty hard road to hoe. Why don't you just wave that old white flag of surrender? Come down to the altar, let God save your soul today. You've run from the Lord since so far back you can't remember. Let Him ease your troubled mind and wash your sins away. Hey, 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 lost sinner man, I can see your tears. I can see you staring at the preacher's face. His words just calm your fears. My Alan, words just calm your fears. And there you go, running down the aisle, about to be born again. Very soon you can use that old white flag to wave to your sinner friend. Why don't you just wave that old white flag of surrender? Come down to the altar, let God save your soul today. You've run from the Lord since so far back you can't remember. Let Him ease your troubled mind and wash your sins away. Why don't you just wave that old white flag of surrender? Come down to the altar, let God save your soul today. You've run from the Lord since so far back you can't remember. Let Him ease your troubled mind and wash your sins away. Let Him ease your troubled mind and wash your sins away. Let Him wash your sins away.
Now the champion had marched for 40 days, crying, "Send me a man to fight." The Israelites said, "I've got a brave heart, but my feet are full of fright." And a boy and a sling and a pocket full of rocks that knew how to trust and pray said, "If you're gonna run Goliath, you'd better go now, because I came here to stay." Oh, run if you want to, run if you will, but I came here to stay. When I fall down, I'm gonna try to get up, 'cause I didn't start out to play. It's a battlefield, brother, not a recreation room. Fight and not a game. Run if you want to, run if you will, but I came here to stay. Now the boys wouldn't bow when the king got mad, and he said, "Turn the furnace up high. Tie 'em up and let's throw 'em in. These Hebrew boys are gonna fry." Then a little while later he looked in the flame and he heard old Shadrach say, "Just pull up a chair, boys, and warm your hands, 'cause I came here to stay." Oh, run if you want to, run if you will, but I came here to stay. When I fall down, I'm gonna try to get up, 'cause I didn't start out to play. It's a battlefield, brother, not a recreation room. A fight and not a game. Run if you want to, run if you will, but I came here to stay. A decree had been signed by the hand of the king, but old Daniel still talked to the Lord. Hungry lions were pacing around in their den. Now here comes supper once more. But if you'd have been around there anywhere close, you'd have heard old Daniel say, "If you're talking about me, just forget it, boys, 'cause I came here to stay." Oh, run if you want to, run if you will, but I came here to stay. When I fall down, I'm gonna try to get up, 'cause I didn't start out to play. It's a battlefield, brother, not a recreation room. A fight and not a game. Run if you want to, run if you will, but I came here to stay. try to get up, cause it didn't start out too plain. It's a battlefield, brother, not a recreation room, a fight and not a game. Run if you want to, run if you will, but I came here to stay.
I'll go first because I'm the short-winded one. He has a tendency to talk more than I do. But when Burnett first asked if we'd like to do this, I hesitated some, and I thought, yeah, we'll do it. But you know, I got to thinking, since she's asked me, we shouldn't have to be asked to give our testimony. We should be willing to stand up, whatever service, whether it be Sunday morning, Sunday night, Wednesday night, we should be able to stand up and give our testimony without having to be begged for it. And sort of made me feel bad in that way, because there's been times, there was a Sunday Doug was preaching, and before he stood up and started preaching, he said, anybody got anything to say? And the Lord said, you need to get up. And I didn't do it, so I lost out on the blessing that day. So, you know, I learned that I want to try when the Lord tells me to stand up and testify. I want to try and do it. I want to try to mind him, because he has done so much for us. He has brought us so far. He's brought me through cancer. He's brought us through the death of a grandchild. He has just been so faithful to stand by us no matter what has come our way. We have served the Lord. I'll go for me. I have served the Lord for 20-some years. And we had a situation come up. So don't ever think that you've been on the road so long that the devil can't trip you up and have you backslide, because it can happen. And it did to me. But you know, this is how faithful God is. I was at a revival one night, and God spoke to my heart, and he said, tonight's the night you got to come back. And I hit that altar, and I said, Lord, I will serve you for the rest of my time, and I have got to stay in the center of his will, because I don't ever want to go back again, because I may not get another chance to come back. So I want to stay in the center of God's will, but he has been so, so good to us. And I love him so much. And I'll tell you what, church, if you ever have a chance to testify and it hits your heart, you need to testify, then you better jump up, because God can take that testimony and give it to somebody else, and they're going to get the blessing. That's what happened that morning. So I don't ever want to fail to give him praise, honor, and glory, because he deserves it all. And I tell you what, I just love this church. You guys have just accepted us in and have just really made us feel welcome. I love working with Shirley and them at the pantry. I just love everything about this church. But you just keep us in your prayers.
I love Jesus. I'm done. I'd like to sit back there and testify. I'm out of my comfort zone. Church, I want to brag on you just a little bit. I thank Ted and Carla and Easton for inviting us down here, and Mark, I talk to Mark every now and then, and he was mentioned about Beach Fork Church, and we'd come down here back years ago to visit, but we love you people. Doug said something he preached about a fresh start, and the highlights of 2019, and I got to thinking, there were some places we went in 2019, but there's one thing that stuck out in my mind more than anything else, Freddie, and we got a brand new family in 2019. Church, you guys have been fantastic to us. The devil sometimes wants to come to me and says, you know, you don't fit in down there. You don't fit in, and you never will fit in. But I'll tell you what, you people have absolutely loved us. And Freddie, we love it here. I said before, Burnett, when I'm not here, I can't wait to get here. When I'm here, I don't want to leave. And that's exactly the way I feel. I just love this place so much. And we brag on you everywhere we go. I like to lift the church up. I like to brag on the church and brag on you people, and like to brag on Jesus. He's done so much for us. About 6 years ago, this March, we were blessed with our 7th grandchild. And just 7 days after that, he went home to be with Jesus. And church, I'll tell you, it was a struggle for me. It was something that when you see your kids go through something, and you can't fix it. And I had so many plans. So much that I had planned, because our son and his daughter, or his wife, lives right next to us. And I told my wife, I said, you know, when he comes, we could just go right across the yard, and he can come over and see us. And there was just so much. And Freddie, I work in wood, and I started making him a cradle, a pendulum cradle out of wood. And I never got it done. Mary, by the time I got it, was working on it, he had passed, 7 days old, and it just absolutely devastated me. It's still hard today to talk about it, but I've got more to go to heaven for now than I did yesterday. And it seems like that the older I get, the more I have on the other side than I have here. But I love him. He has brought us through so much, like Linda said. She had cancer, and he's brought her through that, and through the death of our grandson, and so much tragedies. And I don't want to give the devil any credit whatsoever, but I just want to let the church know what he's done for us, how he's given us strength to overcome some of life's problems. And I love him so much. And I'm just so glad that I'm still trying to learn all you people. And it might take a while, but I'm getting there. We're getting there. But we want you to know that we love you, and we're so thankful for you people, how you've welcomed us into the church. And we just feel like we're a part of you now. And I know I'm a new kid on the block, but anyhow, we're so blessed to be here. It's 15 miles, Mary, from our house, but I've told people, and I tell them today, it's worth every mile. Worth every mile. I would rather drive 10 miles and be fed rather than 2 miles and be fooled. And I love this place. I really do. I love this place down here. I love all of you. And thanks for allowing us to worship with you. I thought the other day about Sister Lola. I love her to pieces. And I thought I'll be glad when she can worship with us again, but I'll be glad when I can worship with her. And I just love Jesus tonight. And my heart's desire, more than anything else, is to get closer to him. Sometimes I feel so worthless. But Jeff, if I keep my little hand in his big hand, I think he'll lead us through. And I love him tonight. And you guys pray for us that we'll keep on for the master. And I have no intention on giving up. I tell people, and I tell Freddie, when I grow up, I want to be just like him. And but we love you people tonight.
I was looking around the crowd as he was talking, and I realized that he said he's a new kid on the block, but the biggest part of our crowd here tonight, most of you have not been coming here that long. So it's a whole different group than what we had a few years ago, Fred, but a lot of them that was here for years have went on. Some of them's working at other churches, different things. Some of them's in heaven tonight. But I'm glad that the Lord sent some of these new folks, sent all of you. I'm glad He sent all of you our way tonight. And the one thing I love about Gary and Lindy is it don't matter what kind of job I'm doing preaching. I look back and they're taking every bit of it in, you know. And they said they appreciate somebody that challenges them. Well, God does challenge us with His Word to walk closer, Fred. And, you know, I've heard people say, well, I just want a closer walk. And Mark Bear said, well, you got to do is walk closer if you want a closer walk. So that's what we got to do, start seeking Him. And I know if you start putting your nose in the Word and taking time to pray and talk to Him, He'll show you things that you never seen maybe before. And just I know that what I do and being in the public a lot and all that kind of thing, you run into some snags every once in a while, and everybody don't have your best interest at heart, believe that or not. But I'm glad that the Lord will show you how to handle things a lot of times when I don't have the wisdom to know how to do it, but He'll show me. And so we just appreciate them giving their testimony, and all of you that are here tonight. I looked over and I seen got the Alexander sisters. They're not, well, one Alexander now and the Smith, but they're here, and Everett's family, got Eddie's family, all these ones. I mean, Jeff and Judy, all these ones that haven't been here that long. Mark and Roxy haven't been here that many years, really. I mean, you know, so all you all are pretty much newcomers to us now, but now you're part of us. So we're just thankful that the Lord sent you all our way. Or we'd have a real slim crowd tonight at prayer meeting if He hadn't sent you our way. So we thank the Lord for that. We have been hearing some wonderful messages. My assistant and his son both done great jobs Sunday and preaching the Word to us, and my wife done a great job preaching the Word back there in her class. I know she's a teacher, but she teaches like a preacher, so I don't know what you call that. But we have heard the Word, and we're without excuse. We're without excuse, you know. We've heard the Word. So I appreciate you all being here tonight. Stand to your feet.